Welcome back to Little Lady Plays, and if you guys are new here, don't be a stranger. Don't forget to subscribe because we're here for education. I want you guys to see how our kids learn, and I hope you could take 1, 2, or 100 things away because play-based education is totally the way of the future. Speaking of play-based education, today we are going to play with this really cute game. This game is Numbugz, and I don't know how to say this, but I kind of have mixed feelings about this game. So we're going to start out by showing you how to play, and then we'll kind of get into why I have mixed feelings. So let's check it out. But I do want to point out this game, before I actually show you what's inside, is a review of all the math properties. So this game is really educational and can be fun. But again, I just want to point out I do work with special needs kids, so let's just get along and play. So first thing we have here is, of course, the instructions. Look at that. Lots of them and a few ways to play. So right here, a few ways to play. Totally cool and amazing. I love games that are learning skills. Now look at these. You got these cute little buggies. Lots of little buggies and numbers, and they're just cute and friendly. And oh yeah, not to mention, storage bag. That's a plus for me because the kids know exactly what they're playing with. It's cute, it's adorable, it's easy, look at that. Drawstring, game stays in here. Totally cool and amazing. You have a timer, so you can time the kids, time yourself, whatever the case is. So here's how we play. You take X amount. I like to change this up, but depending on how many kids you're playing with and the skill level, you take a bunch of bugs, to say the least. So for this demonstration, I'm going to take 5. So go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the goal is to make math equations. So move this out of the way for you guys. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 little bugs. So we turn it over, and when you're playing with older kids or a larger group, take more bugs. But again, I work with special needs kids, and you have to decide what you're doing. For example, if you're going to add by 2, so let's say 5 plus 2 is 7, and then I don't have anything where 3 plus 2 is 5, and whatever the case is, the whole point is to keep on adding equations that make sense. Now, of course, this is totally fun, but here's what I'm telling you about confusion. Is that when I work with special needs kids, they'll often forget what they've come up with because you could, go down, around, and it's difficult. So here are some ways that I kind of simplify it. Number 1, the first way is take a bunch of them and have the kids sort it numerically. So right here, it's very simple. They'll start with a 12. They'll turn over a bug. Oh, that's a 5. No. Oh, that's a 5. So again, it's easy. They could see it. Ooh, 9. Oh, 9. So really simple, and the kids, they could just understand it. And again, you can do the same thing and go backwards, so it doesn't have to be the same. So that's number 1. Number 2, when we're doing equations, I would actually have them, like let's say 5 plus 2 is 7, so they'll put like a little space between the 7, and then they'll do for the same one, let's say 3 plus 2 is 5, and they'd have to actually find the 5. So it's really my main con, and that has to do with my situation, is my main con is that I do work with special needs children, and this game, it's amazing for general ed kids, or not necessarily. It's amazing for kids who don't get distracted and who can track. Some kids do struggle with tracking and concentration, so this is where I have the main issue. However, if your kids are, amazing, and I'm sure they are at their own levels, and they can actually play this game, well, check it out here. Look at again, I just want to show you. The few ways to play that this recommends is plus or minus a number. For example, if I have a 4 and I'm doing a 3, so everything is, well, let's try a different one. Okay, you know what, if I had a 4 and everything is plus 4, then I'd have to find the 7. So I have 4 plus 3 is 7, then I have a 5, well, plus 4 doesn't equal 7, so I'd have to figure out what plus 4 equals whatever, and again, because you do have a lot more tiles, And the whole thing is to manipulate the tiles to kind of build mathematical equations. This is a fun one. This game does not have to stop with addition or subtraction. Oh, because if your kids are at an older level and they are doing longer equations, instead of doing problem solving, it'd be really cool. Like, take a piece of paper, write x equals whatever the case is, and don't make it a race because you don't want to overwhelm them. Let's say x equals 5 plus 3. I don't know. Keep it simple but hard. They have to figure out what x is. Then once they figure out what x is, they have to see how these tiles relate, and they're going to continue building the Numbugz. I do like this does come with a few wild cards over here. So if your child does get a wild tile, then they can, kind of figure out the number if they are stumped. But I just want to point out again, for me personally, my situation, I'm not really sure if I would be using this game. Okay, let me rephrase it. I will be using this game, but for the kids that I work with, I would be using it for linear equations. So one equation, say, have 2, 3, 4, 5 mathematical components with an answer. I could also see this game being used as far as, numerical sequencing, because you can actually move the tiles and add in between depending on what you come up with. So that is a lot of fun for kids. And I could see using it in the classroom, like having kind of like a treasure hunt and having, let's say, 10 tiles on a table and asking the children, hey, what is 5 plus 7? And have them come back with the total. So I do see this as great educational value in the classroom. As far as the actual game, for the students that I work with, this overall game just got too busy and too much in the way. And you know what? If any of you guys have this game is called Numbugz. If any of you have this game, I'd like to see how you use it for education. Do your kids love it? Do you have any additional games to share? Because I think, look at these bugs. These bugs are just so cute. Look at them. They're cute, they're adorable, they're friendly, and they have so much educational value and, possibilities that I think this game should be used in a classroom, because why should the kids learn when they could just be playing all day and not even realize they're learning? So I want to thank you guys for watching. Numbugz is definitely one of those, as I like to say, open-ended games. The possibilities are totally, totally endless. And if you like Numbugz, or if you have questions or comments or ideas or something you want to see in the future, let me know in the comment box below, because I'm here for my kids, for your kids, for the kids in my play-based education program. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another hands-on education. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy playing!